Tea and welcome to Sibyl Tarot. This is a reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising during the month of November. If this reading does not resonate, please feel free to check out my other readings that relate to your natal chart. So Libra, I started the readings. The first reading I've done is Taurus and yourself is second. As the reason as I'm doing this is just that during this month of November, coming out of October into November, there is a lot of Venus energy about, and Venus rules Taurus and Libra, and I just feel that while this energy will get me into, through into the other readings, the other star signs of that. But yeah, on the 28th of October, we have Venus moving into Libra from Virgo, and also on the 28th, we have Mercury retrograding back from Scorpio into Libra. So these two planets, are, moving there on the same date, so to speak. And then on Halloween, on the 31st of October, we have a full moon, and the full moon is in Taurus, and this is more Venus energy. As I say, Mercury now is the planet of communication and information, but it's moving into, into Libra, which Venus rules. So there'll be kind of like, there could be information or communication in some way. Now, at the beginning, it may be that from the end of October, there might be a little bit of miscommunication, misinformation, or that, because Mercury is still retrograde, but Mercury does go forward at the beginning of November in Libra, and this is good, good for communication. Libra is also a sign about, partnerships of some sort, doesn't necessarily mean romantic partnerships, but partnerships, in work, friendship, home, or whatever. But that from the end of October, that there will be, good communication and information going back and forward to partnerships, or that, with Mercury being in Libra. Also, we have that full moon in Taurus, and that energy is going to last for 3 weeks, at least 3 weeks going into November here. And once again, it's Venus energy. It's Venus is the planet, also being the planet of love. It's the planet of abundance, and it's tangible abundance. So it's, your money, it could be, stuff that you can touch, do you know what I mean? You can see results, with Venus. So during this month of November, you should use, this energy, to the best, of your ability, so to speak, to bring in that abundance, and the Empress in the tarot, exudes that, energy, so to speak, So we'll just see what these cards have for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising during the month of November. We also, in the mid-month of November, we have Mars going forward now after it's been retrograde for the last 2.5 months, in Aries, and it's been a very, volatile energy, so to speak. A lot of people have been struggling, in specific areas of their life, certain areas of their life, or a particular thing. So for yourself, Libra, whatever it is that, you may have been struggling with, this is going to, with Mars going forward in the mid-month, things are going to start lightening up for you, and you're going to find things easier, or stuff will work itself out, so to speak. So the first card out we have here is the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles is earth energy. The next card we have is the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is air energy. The next card we have is the Four of Pentacles, earth energy. The next card we have is the Three of Cups, and this is water energy. The next card we have is the Ace of Wands, fire energy. The next card we have is the King of Cups, water energy. The next card we have is the Devil card. It's a major arcana card and it's Capricorn. The next card we have is the Five of Pentacles and this is earth energy. Lovely, and the next card we have is the Lovers and this is another major arcana card and it's Gemini energy. The overall energy we have here is the Ace of Cups, water energy. Just need to have a look at these cards. So I feel for some Libras that, you know, especially for, well, we could just say, you know, for Libras, yeah, I was going to say for rising and moon, but it could be, you know, for Libra sun. But I do feel that there may have been, you know, struggle with you financially, you know. I feel probably even at this moment in time that you may be feeling of having no money or being in debt, so to speak. I feel for some they may be waiting on money, you know, to come true. And I feel like to say that, you know, after mid-November this will probably, you know, work itself out. You know, I feel that for some it could be to do with legalities, to do with money. You know, there could be money that's tied up somewhere, maybe tied up to do with family or property of some sort, or it could be even just, you know, applying for a loan, and it's just in the process of doing, you know, it's still in the process, you know. And I feel though that mid-November, so to speak, probably towards the end of November, that this will, you know, this will come about for you, you know, or you'll feel like that you're making headway with it, you know. I feel as well for some that around the Halloween time, that there is going to be a reunion of sorts. This could be among friends, it could be among family, it could be among lovers, so to speak, as well. And I feel that, you know, whatever it is, it's like, you know, a new beginning, you know, a new beginning for you, you know, in your love area, a new beginning for you. It could be, you know, to do with work, career, something creative, but there's going to be a brand new spark, I feel, for a lot of Libras here, to do with some type of reunion with partnerships or that. I feel whatever you have been working on, whether it's to do with money or to do with a partnership, you know, to do with companionship or anything like that, I feel that you've kind of kept your head down and been working away at it or working towards it. Do you know that way? I feel if it's to do with a relationship that you may have, you know, you're feeling left out, you know, there's a feeling of loss here at this time. There could have been, you know, that you were in a relationship before that, you know, that just didn't, you know, that didn't work out, and you may have felt bound to this person for one reason or another, you know, that you felt chained to them, and you wanted to, you know, set yourself free, so to speak, you know. And I feel it might have to be to do something to do with money as to the reason as to why that you couldn't, that you felt that the, you know, the chains were bound to you, so to speak. Now this could be to do, you know, romantically, but it could be also to do, you know, with, you know, in career or finance of some sort, do you know. And I feel that this was in the past, do you know, and for some they may have even had to, it could have been, you know, that there was a legal separation here, you know, in the past, and this is kind of, you know, being going through the process at the moment. But I do feel that, you know, mid November, you probably even hear news on Halloween, something about Halloween, you know, and this could be to do with this, you know, this full moon. But definitely there's some maybe a little kind of celebration around the Halloween, you know, that you've got over a certain hurdle, you know, or whatever to do with this. But I definitely feel for some it's to do with money, legality, and, you know, that feeling, you know, bound to a connection that you didn't want, you know. But coming into, you know, your present time, for some, you know, if this is to do with, you know, a company or something, I feel you're going to start afresh, you know. You're going to go into, you know, a new career, a new business opportunity or whatever, a new partnership, you know. Definitely, and you're going to have this, you know, spark, you know, a flare, like, you know, an idea of creativity or whatever. You may not feel that you haven't got, you know, enough resources around you, do you know, that way. Maybe you have asked for help, you know, in around this or whatever, and have been refused help, you know. You could even that you went for a loan, you know, to, you know, financial society or that, you know, financial banking or that, and you were refused a loan, do you know, that way. But I feel what it is, you know, if that is the case, that you need to just tighten in your belt to do with your money, you know, and you know, work on your finances, so to speak. Maybe you need to cut back on certain buys or material things, you know, for you to move forward. But I do feel for some that if it's a relationship of sorts, that you were bound to do with money, do you know what I mean? But there is going to be a, you know, a triumph here, and it's to do around with the Halloween, do you know what I mean? You're going to hear, maybe you're going to you know, hear good news or that. I do feel though as well for some that if there was a, you know, you know, for some it could be even that, you know, that they and I hate to say this, you know, but what you call it, it's just a sign of the times. For some they could have lost their home, do you know what I mean? But maybe as well that this is to do with, you know, financial worry or something, so to speak, or, you know, that if you separated or whatever, but you're going to, you know, leave the family home, so to speak, but it will allow you to, you know, to have a fresh new start, a fresh new beginning in life, you know. And it's saying as well, you know, going into the future that you need to hold on to your money, do you know, that way. Make wiser choices, you know, especially when it comes to money, you know, let the mind rule the heart, not the other way around, so to speak. Yeah, I feel that you have to be, the word is rational. You have to be very rational when it comes to your money. And not to be getting, you know, you know, and also, you know, if it is that you're seeking your, you know, your money, what's rightfully yours, you know, don't get, you know, too emotionally involved, you know, in it. And if it is that, you know, you know, that there's a legal separation here, or that, you know, try not to, you know, you know, try not to think that, you know, if you don't get a certain amount or whatever, like, you know, that you failed or that, because you haven't. You know, the best thing that, you know, that you walked away from, you know, a situation that was no longer, you know, serving you to your highest good, so to speak. But for most there, Libras there, you know, we have the overall energy is the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups talks about self-fulfillment. It talks about new beginnings in your love area. We also have here is the Ace of Wands in the centre of your card. So I feel there is going to be new beginnings for a lot of Libras here in their love area, and in, you know, in the work area of their life, you know, in the creativity or whatever. We also have here is the Devil and the Lovers. I do feel the Devil's in the past and the Lovers is coming towards you, you know, in the future. You may have a choice between two lovers. You may have a choice between, you know, a King of Swords energy and a King of Cups energy. King of Swords is a healing man. He comes across as a little bit cold, do you know what I mean? But once you get to know him, he's usually quite loving. The King of Cups, he's this could be even with the same person or that, because sometimes, you know, I don't see much of a difference at times, you know, with the King of Swords and the King of Cups. With the King of Swords, they, you know, when you first meet them, they come across as a little bit cold and, you know, that. But with the King of Cups as well, the King of Cups finds it hard, you know, to express his emotions, you know, even with his children. He kind of only opens up, you know, after a few drinks or that. But with the Lovers card here, you know, it could be saying that there is a choice for you, Libra, you know, between two lovers, or there could be choices for you to be making, you know, about your, you know, your relationship or that. But I feel with the Devil energy here, and the Five of Cups, somebody in the past, you know, you may have felt that there was that, you know, that this relationship wasn't good, you know, for some way, you know, that it was, you know, somewhat that there was control. Do you know what I mean? That's what I want, you know. I can see, you know, that there was some type of control. Maybe it was just even yourself, Libra, that likes to keep control or whatever, keeping control or that, you know. And there could have been a separation here, because the Five of Pentacles talks about, you know, soulmates that are separated or whatever, you know, and this is in the present time. But going into the future, we have the Lovers, and that's, you know, the Lovers is, you know, a union, you know, of two people, people coming together, and that might, you know, Angel Raphael there, you know, is protecting the love, you know, going forward or that. I definitely see, you know, that there is with the Three of Cups here, you know, between the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, it's like, you know, that for some now, just for some, that there is a reunion, you know what I mean, coming together, you know, a rejoicing, you know, happiness, bliss and joy, you know, and it's between these, like, fresh new beginning, you know. So excuse me. Yeah, I think that's it, Libra. I do hope you like the reading. If you do, please like, share, leave a comment and subscribe. Cheers, Slan.